welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and today we're going to talk about some things that I've noticed really smart cruise ship passengers do to make sure that they have a fantastic cruise, they save money, and they are basically covered for all eventualities. The first thing that smart passengers do is get there early. There are a lot of people who may be embarking their cruise ship at 4 p.m. on Monday, so they have chosen a flight that is going to land 11 a.m. on Monday. I urge you not to do this. I would definitely recommend getting to your embarkation port the night before you have to join your cruise ship, the day before you have to join your cruise ship. This is because if there is any flight delays or anything, you could miss your ship. And I don't know if you've seen it, I'm sure some of you have. A few months ago I was flying to my cruise ship and exactly this happened. I had a 7-hour delay on my flight, and then after we'd been delayed for 7 hours the flight was cancelled. I missed the cruise ship, but luckily for me I was just joining to do a contract, so it just meant I joined a week later. But there were a lot of people on that flight that were joining a cruise vacation. They'd missed it. They had missed it. For this reason, it's really important that you arrange to get there at least the day before. Even 2 days before would be better, but a day before should be enough. Actually, it depends. Like if you're English and you're going on a cruise from Barcelona, a day before is fine. However, if you are going from a cruise in Sydney, then maybe 3 or 4 days before I would try and get there. A lot of people don't do this because they don't want the added cost of a hotel overnight. But think of it like this. The cost of that hotel for one night is going to be a lot cheaper, a lot less hassle than missing your cruise. Another thing that smart cruise passengers do is they spend wisely and they don't just book the cruise ship with the lowest fare. We can break down cruise lines into 4 categories. There are the mass cruise lines, the premium cruise lines, the small cruise lines, and the ultra luxury. As you would imagine, as you go through these cruise lines, the price does go up, but so do the inclusions. So for example, you might be looking at a mass cruise line and think, oh my god, this is amazing, it's only £500. However, when you get on board that cruise ship, you will find that there's a lot of extras. You have to pay for a lot of the food, you have to pay for drinks packages, entertainment on board. Like there's a lot of extras. Whereas if you book a premium cruise line like Virgin Voyages, all your food is included, a lot of your drinks are included, a lot of entertainment is included. So yes, you're paying more up front, but you will also spend a lot less on board. And a lot of people have said that they booked a really cheap cruise on a mass cruise line and they ended up spending just as much, if not more, than they would have if they'd have gone on a premium cruise line or even a small cruise line. So the small cruise lines and the ultra luxury, again, a lot more expensive, but basically everything is included. You don't pay for anything once you are on board, so there's no sneaky hidden costs. Now this isn't me telling you not to book a cruise on a mass cruise line. If that's what you want, then book it, but don't just book it because there's a small price tag. If there's a small price tag, then there'll be a lot of price tags once you are on board. Booking travel insurance is something else that smart cruise ship passengers do. So as soon as you book your cruise, you want to book your travel insurance and also make sure that you've got medical insurance in this. So obviously the travel insurance is good, you know, if for whatever reason you need to cancel your cruise or something happens to the cruise that you're not happy with, the travel insurance will cover that. And the medical insurance, you know, will obviously cover anything medical. You know, if you, God forbid, break your leg or get a serious illness and you need to be flown home, this is why you need the insurance. And it's very easy to think like, oh, I don't need it, nothing's gonna happen. You just never know. I have worked on ships for 8 years and it really saddens me the amount of people that haven't got travel and medical insurance and have then got a serious illness while on board, and it has cost them thousands to either get fixed or get flown home. So the money that you will spend on travel and medical insurance, it's worth it. It is so worth it. And something else I would recommend is, you know, if you do need to go to the doctors, it is really expensive on board the ship. So I would actually take a little first aid kit, a little pharmacy with you, you know, bring some painkillers, bring some like flu capsules, seasickness pills. On most ships you get seasickness pills for free, but if you've got some that you know really work for you, you know, bring some plasters, bring some like Sudocrem, just some little bits and bobs. So if you do get any little illnesses or little scrapes, you don't have to go to the medical centre and purchase something that's quite expensive because you bought it with you. Choosing the right cabin is also very, very important. I've talked about this quite a lot recently, but it bears repeating. If you are going on a cruise, make sure you choose the right cabin for you. The way to do this is make sure you are surrounded by cabins. So the cabin you choose is, you've got cabins next door, you've got cabins above and below, and ideally one opposite you as well. This is to ensure that you're not next to any noisy venues, because yes, you may run the risk of getting a noisy neighbour, but a noisy neighbour isn't even going to come close to being under the gym or by the nightclub or the pool deck, which is obviously very noisy. So picking your cabin is crucial, but I've gone into a lot more detail about that in a video that I will link below, so go and check that out if you need advice on picking the right cabin. If you're looking to save money, then pre-booking stuff is a really good way of doing that. So before you get on the cruise, I would have a little peruse of the website, of the cruise magazine, or whatever they have on offer, and have a look at the things that you can do on board. And from there you want to decide what you want. Whether, do you want a drinks package? Do you want to go to a certain restaurant? Do you want to go to a certain show? Do you want to do an excursion? The reason you want to decide on these things before you get on board is because if you pre-book them, you'll often get a discount. The other reason is, like, especially excursions, they get fully booked. So by pre-booking, you are, you know, guaranteeing yourself a space, but also you're going to get a cheaper price. Once you are on board, the price of an excursion, let's say, will almost never be the same as you could get it on land, because they don't want to run the risk of like angry passengers saying, hey, I pre-booked this so I'd get a discount and you're offering the same discount on board, or you know, maybe it's offered cheaper. So it will always be more expensive once you are on board. So if you want a drinks package, if you want an upgrade, if you want an excursion, if you want anything and you know you want it before you're going to go on your cruise, just pre-book it, because you will save money, and also it's done then and you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, those are the 5 things that I have noticed that smart passengers do, and I would recommend that you follow suit and do them also on your cruise. I also hope you have a wonderful time on whatever cruise line, cruise ship you are going on. I'm sure you will. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.